Once upon a time, there was a boy named Little Louie, and it was Little Louie's bedtime. Little Louie climbed into his bed, got under the sheets, and his daddy climbed into the bed, got under the sheets, and gave Little Louie a big hug. And Little Louie's daddy said, "I love you, Little Louie. Have sweet dreams." And Little Louie said, "I love you too, Daddy. Have good dreams." And they both put their heads on the pillow. And Little Louie's daddy was very tired, and he closed his eyes and fell asleep very fast. But Little Louie, he wasn't tired. He was still awake. And his eyes were opened, and he was thinking, "I am not tired. What am I going to do?" And just then, Little Louie's daddy's shirt started jumping up and down. And Little Louie thought, "What is going on in my daddy's shirt?" And he looked a little closer, and it was jumping up and down, and he heard noises coming from his daddy's shirt. So Little Louie got even closer, lifted up the top of his daddy's shirt, and looked down and said, "Hello? Hello? Is anyone down there?" And to Little Louie's surprise, he heard a voice back. "Well, hello there, Little Louie. My name's Wally the Alligator. How are you?" And Little Louie said, "Wally the Alligator? What are you doing in my daddy's shirt?" And Wally said, "Well, we live down in your daddy's shirt, me and my friends down here in the swamp, and we've been watching you since you were a little baby. We saw you grow up big and strong, and we love watching you play hockey and go to school and play with your sister. We've watched you, and we're so happy you finally came down and said hi." And Little Louie said, "Wow, I can't believe an alligator lives in my daddy's shirt. Is there anyone else down there?" And Wally said, "Yeah, there's lots of friends here in the swamp. Do you want to meet some of them?" And Little Louie said, "Yes, I would love to meet the other friends in the swamp." So Wally cried down into the swamp, "Hey guys, who wants to come up and meet Little Louie? He's here, he wants to say hi to us." And just then, out came a robot. "Hello, my name is Mezpez the robot. How are you, Little Louie?" And Little Louie said, "Oh, hello, Mezpez. You're a really cool looking robot. You have so many buttons on your robot body." And Mezpez said, "Yes, I have lots of robot buttons. Would you like to press one of the buttons? They all do different things." So Little Louie reached down and pushed a button on Mezpez's body. And Mezpez started bouncing up and down. Boing, 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 boing. You pressed the jumping button. And Little Louie was like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen? I don't want to wake up my daddy," because Mezpez was jumping up and down on his daddy's chest. So Little Louie quickly reached over and pressed another button on Mezpez's chest. Boing, boing. You have now pressed my go to sleep button. I will go to sleep in 6 seconds. So I want to say, nice to meet you, Little Louie, and have a good sleep, and make sure you come and say hi again. And Mezpez the robot fell fast asleep. And Wally came back out and said, "Well, you pressed the sleep button on Mezpez. I better carry him back down into the swamp and put him in his bed. But there's going to be some more friends that want to come up and say hi to you. So let me take Mezpez down." And Wally grabbed Mezpez and carried him back down his daddy's shirt, and back down into the swamp. And just then, a green witch on a broomstick flew out of little Louie's daddy's shirt and started flying around the room.
Ha ha ha! My name is Hilda the Witch. Nice to see you, little Louie. I've been watching you since you were a little baby, and I wanted to get your choochie out of your mouth. And I wanted to use that choochie to put in my cauldron to make a magic spell. Hee hee hee! And I'm gonna finally get that choochie from you right now.
And little Louie said, Hilda the witch, I'm a big boy now. I don't use a choochie. I don't have it anymore.
Ha! I know you're tricking me. I know you're hiding it somewhere from me, and I'm gonna fly around and not stop until I find it.
And Hilda the witch on her broom was flying all around little Louie's room looking for that choochie, behind the stuffed animals, behind his books, behind his trophies. And little Louie said, oh no, I don't know what to do. Hilda's gonna make so much noise, she's gonna wake up my daddy. So little Louie said, okay Hilda, I promise. Next time I meet you, I will have my choochie for you, okay?
Ha ha ha! Okay, that's a deal. Next time you come and say hi to us, I'm gonna get that choochie from you. You promise?
And little Louie said, he crossed his fingers so Hilda couldn't see, and said, yes, I promise, Hilda, I'll give you my choochie. And Hilda said,
okay. Nice to meet you, and I'm gonna get that choochie from you and make a magic potion. Ha ha ha!
And Hilda flew back on her broom down little Louie's daddy's shirt back into the swamp. And Wally the alligator came back out and said, well, I guess you met Hilda. She's a funny witch. She sure is funny riding around on her broomstick. I'm glad you met her. She really likes you a lot. She's always been watching you when you were a baby and saying what a good boy you are. And little Louie said, Wally, is there any more friends down in the swamp? And Wally said, well, yes, there's lots more friends that want to come up and meet you, but it is bedtime, so why don't we go to sleep, and next time you call us down in the swamp, we'll introduce you to the other friends down that live here in the swamp, okay? Well, let's go to bed for now. And little Louie said, okay, how do I call you? How do I see you next time? And Wally said, all you have to do is wait till your daddy goes to sleep and just lift up the top of his shirt and call down, Wally, Wally, and I'll make sure to come up and say hi, and you can talk to all your friends, okay? And little Louie said, okay, Wally, that sounds great. I'm so glad I met to meet you and all your swamp friends. I hope you have good sleep. And Wally said, you have a good sleep too. And Wally crawled back down little Louie's daddy's shirt back into the swamp, into his swamp bed, and went to sleep. And little Louie was so happy. He had a big smile on his face, and he laid down, and he was tired, and he was ready to go to sleep and have good dreams. But his dad started kind of grumbling. What's going on here? Little Louie, who are you talking to? You woke me up. And little Louie said, Daddy, I was talking to Wally and all the friends that live in the swamp down your shirt. And his dad, little Louie's dad, said, what are you talking about? You must have been dreaming. Well, there's no alligator that lives in my shirt. Let's go back to sleep and have a good dreams, okay? And little Louie's daddy reached over and cuddled with little Louie and snuggled with him and fell asleep. And little Louie fell asleep with a big smile on his face. And that night, he had the happiest dreams ever. The end.